Hello and welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I am going to react to The Walking Dead Dead City, the show about Maggie and Negan, which is in my mind still one of the weirdest combinations ever, but I think they did it because that makes it interesting. In the beginning I didn't really know what to think of it because I was like, you're putting them together and I don't know, you're kind of forcing it or something. Like, that's literally the man that killed her husband and now you're forcing these characters to like build some kind of relationship, and it felt really weird. But ever since they announced it up to now, I have been getting more excited to see how they're going to do it. So I am kind of excited to see the show and see, yeah, what it's going to be about, how they're going to do all of this. And for the rest, I don't really know anything about the storyline apart from that Maggie and Negan are in it. So for the rest, it's just a full surprise to me. I also realized a few weeks ago that I had missed the trailer. Like, normally I react to trailers, but I had just not seen that it came out. So yeah, here I am, not knowing anything. Before I start, I want to tell you that you can get early access to all of my Walking Dead Dead City reactions on my Patreon. The link is in the description. And there you can also find my full reactions to these episodes. So if you're interested in that, check that out as well. Link is in the description. And then now I am just going to watch it. Queen. You know what I really like? Maggie and Negan are like both some of my favorite characters, or like characters I really like. I just don't like them together, but it's interesting because they're two really interesting characters. So this is what New York looks like in the apocalypse. Oh, they're having a party. I'm kind of wondering about the timeline. Like, is this right after the Walking Dead season finale? Well, the first walker attack is a fact. Angie. Also, is there gonna be a new intro? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm liking it. Kind of feels like a game intro or something. Like, it has the Walking Dead vibes, like the old intro, but I'm excited. Okay.
Another round?
I probably shouldn't. Came home to find it overrun by groaners.
Came to the right place. Got a guy here. He does groaner work.
So they call them groaners now?
Based out of here, lives at the motel.
It is just so interesting to see that they're so far in the apocalypse that they just rebuilt society, like, kinda in a new way. Like, they have bars and stuff. I always kind of forget about that because now I watch a lot of The Last of Us, where they're also like a long time into the apocalypse. But yeah, it's always interesting to see how that develops and all. Like, this motel is just in use, right? Because she said something like, is he staying at the motel? Is she wearing her like wedding ring or something? It's a ring, but I don't know if, did Glenn ever give her a ring? I think he did, right? I don't know, it's so long ago. Is the guy they're talking about Negan? Also, is it normal to just walk into someone's motel room while they're showering?
I got a little message for Baskins.
Oh! Him. Okay, but the boot thing was so smart. What the fuck? But like, what is she doing there? Was she just looking for Negan? Because the last time we saw them, they were kind of like... they didn't like she didn't forgive him, but she was like, we can't move on like this. So I don't know why she'd be looking for him again. Who's the kid? Wait, is that his daughter? No. No. I mean, his wife was pregnant, but it's not that long ago. That's impossible.
Sorry. Thought you were better on your feet.
Good to see you too.
Oh, chills.
Wanted by the new Babylon marshals. Well,
What a surprise.
For one man, I look good.
I mean, we're not gonna
I keep
lie about
this.
that.
Jenny, hey, come here.
Hey, remember what I taught you?
There's Annie, your kid.
Yeah, okay.
Jenny, this here is Maggie. See, Maggie and I are
Yeah, what are you?
old acquaintances.
Outnumbered, overpowered, stole all our grain, hostage as collateral.
They took your kid.
I tracked them all the way up the Hudson, by then they'd already made it across. Manhattan.
Will you do me a favor and go finish checking on our shit? Thank you.
Who is she? Is it just like a random child they found and we're like, sure?
How do I figure into this, Maggie?
They call him the Croat. Bullshit. You know him. Do you know what he did? That rings a bell, doesn't it? It's the last thing I heard before I met you.
Oh, that girl. Hell, maybe I could just sweet talk him into giving you your boy back.
I don't know if
Talking
you
about the
you
same
know
girl,
him.
right? Let's just say there were a lot of psychos in my crew back then, but he always stood out as being an exceptionally insane son of a bitch. Why would I help you?
Because you
Because I
know me.
owe you.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna say that.
Still got a decent setup at Hilltop. Kids, school.
We'll put up that girl. We see how things play out.
Good deal. Okay, it's very nice that I finally know why they're together in the show now. Because that was like my biggest question every time. Like, why the fuck would they team up? There has to be a really good reason. But Herschel is of course a very good reason for Maggie. And yeah, Negan does kind of owe her a lot. Honestly, if he'd be doing favors for her for the rest of her life, it wouldn't be enough. So, it's the least you can do. Oh.
Here, take this. There you go.
It's still weird to see Negan as a good guy, but it's kind of wholesome. Yeah, I get that that must feel really weird for Maggie. Is this to scare people away?
I don't recall this being the way to Hilltop.
It's because it isn't. It's the same people. Same setup, just had to relocate. And really hell-burn it down, if you recall that.
Oop.
There you go, kid.
Are we gonna get a backstory on how he met that kid? I really feel like they're gonna overuse this, like Maggie seeing Negan being a father and then being like, that could have been
When
Glenn.
marshals came poking around, she asked to go with me.
Oh.
Why doesn't she talk?
She was living with her dad. She found him. He turned. It wasn't an animal. It was a person or people. She just hasn't spoken since.
Trauma. Who the fuck are these marshals? Are they like some sort of self-made police? Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this man? Which means in the Code 14, Section 2 of New Babylon law, he'll be executed. He'll be dangled upside down, sawed in half lengthwise, from the groin to the head, very, very slowly.
So they created some sort of new police, but they did it like it was the Wild West. Like the wanted poster, it's just like the Wild West. Kind of weird to go back like that.
Bashed in a man's head with a baseball bat.
That's what he does.
In front of the man's pregnant wife. Have you seen this man?
Oh shit, really?
All prohibited under Code 19. Together amounted to a public execution. Damn it, you're breaking my arm!
Does that mean feeding someone to the walkers?
Okay, yeah, no, I did see him, He's right there!
Fucking hell.
And yet, Code 14, Section 8. What? Aiding and abetting.
I fucking knew it! I didn't trust that guy from the start. Like the moment he walked in I was like, yeah, that's an asshole. How the fuck do you just make yourself a police officer and then decide these are the laws now? Like, why do you care if someone's gambling in this fucking world? Why do you care? Why is this so cute for no reason? It's like he has a daughter or something. I wonder, the kid is born, right? His own kid. Because Maggie asked for them. I wonder if we're gonna see them. I think they're trying to recreate a Joel and Ellie relationship. Except he's not an asshole to the kid.
It wasn't because I wanted to. It had to be done.
Yeah, you tell yourself that. If that's how you sleep at night. It always feels kind of wild to me that you've lived so many years through the apocalypse. What is this, like 15 years in, maybe more? And then you die by a walker. I don't know, it just feels so wild for some reason, even though it's completely normal to happen in this world. Oh, okay. Are they going there? Oh! No! No! I did not need to see that again. No! So she still has nightmares about it. I get that, but I did not need to see that again. A few months back I rewatched it on YouTube for some reason because it came to my like videos you might want to see, you know, and then I cried. So I forgot it was so heavy for some reason.
Anyway, I still haven't seen Lady Liberty in the flesh.
Still not? They're going there, right? Because I mean, it's the poster and all.
You see, I got what I wanted. Jenny is safe. I could kill you right now.
No need for this, Negan. Thought we were past that.
Camped out 3 days watching the city. The smoke shows up like that every morning at the same time.
It's kind of wild how Herschel always gets taken by someone, right? Like, you'd think at some point, what's so special about this kid? Is it just because it's Maggie's kid?
What's the deal with Manhattan? What's so special about it?
Manhattan was one of the epicenters. Military destroyed all the bridges and tunnels hoping to contain it. Now,
You know, there's always something to happen when someone's out on his own pissing somewhere. I hate this guy already.
Shit!
It's just like thinking you're some kind of authority figure. Like, how do you even come up with that?
For my grandma. She's sick. Not my blood grandma, but she looked after me when I was little. All she has left.
What are you doing?
Just tossing him overboard. It's not like he's coming to the party.
No. Yeah, or insurance. Either way, it doesn't matter what you think.
It's her mission.
You know, you have been sticking it to me in infinite little ways since the second we hooked up. Vengeful thoughts that I thought you had put to bed. Clearly, you have woken the hell up.
That's what I said too. Like, suddenly she's not okay with all of this
anymore. Think I'm the bad guy. I'm not. No one is. How many husbands and fathers have you killed?
If you think about it that way.
What you did.
But like, it's of course different.
You don't ever put something like that to bed.
Like, of course Maggie never has to forgive him. Whoa, damn. Oh, fucking hell. And I don't expect her to. She has every right to stay mad at Negan forever, but I thought she kind of put the vengeful feelings indeed behind her in the last season of The Walking Dead, so it felt kind of weird for me to just like have this back or something. Ooh.
Fuck me. Look after her for me.
Because you're not going back to her. Let's go.
Imagine being kidnapped and your kidnappers are like enemies. So you constantly have to listen to them arguing. Really? Dumb son of a bitch.
This way!
Are they throwing walkers?
Seriously? Walkers are falling from the sky now?
They must have heard us.
Or that, yeah. That was creepy. Jesus. Wait, was that a person or a walker? What the fuck? I feel like there's more behind this or something. It's not just random walkers falling from the sky, right? Yeah, that's not a walker. This kind of reminds me of The Walking Dead Telltale, when you have Molly who's running on the roofs and they're like, fuck, I saw someone on the roof, and then it's like this whole mystery who it was, and then it's her. It is so interesting to see how they did that, just like transform this whole city.
Hey, stop.
It's a trap.
Don't touch it, just walk around it.
What the hell is that?
Oh. Is it to lure them away? Okay, pretend you're not there. What is going on in that city? Ew. Ew! Ew! Okay, just get out of there.
Nope.
Run away from walkers. Yeah, no. Oh. I don't think it's them, is it?
Nobody gets out.
So was it them who shot the walkers? I guess it was them. I really felt like there was more to it because we also saw the person on the roof. Like maybe people are living there or something.
But I'm a New Babylon Marshal. I don't drink. I don't smoke.
Oh, such a good guy.
I like a good hog stew.
Sir, you're in the apocalypse. No one cares.
I got a wife and 3 daughters. They're my everything.
Okay. Surprise! Why are they there and why do they have bags over their head? Oh shit. Well, bye kids. Ugh! What is that? Fucking gross. Is Negan gonna help him or is he just gonna be like, sure, because that took him very long. He was right beside him. Oh. Oh! Yeah, you just shot him. Wow. I don't know what to think about that. Oh. Wait, was that the other one or just, yeah, it was the other one, okay.
I need him to save my son.
Dude. Slay. So really, Negan really doesn't want to kill him? I mean, he's so dedicated to find Negan. I would kill him, I think. Was it the walkers eating him or was it still the other guy? Because I don't think the main marshal is that, right? I thought he was gonna have like a bigger role, but I'm not sure. Okay, that's really creepy, but that was the woman from the roof. She does remind me of a Walking Dead character. Oh! Yeah, I also found out that the guy who's playing Herschel is the kid from Ghostbusters. And at first I thought it would just be the same kid as in The Walking Dead, but yeah, I see he grew a lot. Even since Ghostbusters, he looks a lot older.
You ever meet the man who killed your father?
Yeah. Damn, he's so grown.
Neither.
You can keep sitting there in the dark trying to freak me out.
His voice!
Shit.
Okay, I did not expect this. He really grew up. In Ghostbusters, he was this really annoying kid, so at first I was like, I don't know about this, but he already gives off such a different vibe, just because he's a few years older and has a deeper voice.
You know, shows you the strength you had inside all along.
But what's the reason they have him now?
I think you're gonna like it here.
You got away.
Poor kid. Oh, so they have multiple prisoners. They're just torturing people for fun? Or what's the reason?
Just tell me what I need to know about your people.
Yeah, I mean, even if he gets off the building, they're still gonna be faster than him, so there's really nowhere to go, I think. Oh. I feel like he's gonna die. That did look kind of dorky. Oh.
20 stories!
Honestly,
record,
of course he was gonna do that. But yeah, what else were you gonna do? What a sick fuck. So this is gonna be the new enemy, huh? Ah, that was it. And now there's a preview.
We make one badass team.
Oh, they're also gonna do that.
There's no way we're getting off this island.
Okay. Well, I have to say I really liked the first episode. First of all, what I wanted to say about Herschel, I didn't expect him to like be a little older, obviously because some time passed. I'm still not completely sure how much time passed. I don't think a lot, but I think if you look at Herschel, it will be like a few years. At first I thought it was like nothing more than a year, but it's probably like a few years. But what I think is really interesting about seeing Herschel older is like the idea that he might become more like Glenn or something, that he's gonna remind us more of him. It's just like Glenn was such a beloved character, and honestly back then when it happened, you weren't even thinking like, oh, one day this kid is gonna get born and we're gonna have a whole storyline about this kid. And just the feeling that that's happening now, that's really, yeah, that's really cool to me to see him growing up and all. And yeah, I'm also happy that I finally know why Negan and Maggie are spending time together now, because that felt so weird to me in the beginning. Like, what's the reason to put these characters together? But like the man who has him is an old crew member from Negan, so it does make sense. Of course, Negan is wanted by the law because it's Negan. So that's like, yeah, sort of a side storyline, I think, that they're also chasing him. So yeah, overall, I think it was a really interesting first episode. It was so nice to see them again. Yeah, of course, The Walking Dead ended like a few months ago. I have seen Jeffrey D. Morgan in another show in the meantime, but like to see him back as Negan is just, yeah. And Maggie is just super badass. I love both characters, that's what I said in the beginning, because I love both characters. It's just like, not together, but they're interesting characters, so it makes for an interesting dynamic. The only thing that I said in the beginning that was a little weird to me is that in the last season, it's not like she forgave him, but she was like, I can live with it, it's fine, I'm not gonna try to kill you anymore. And now she sees Negan again and she's instantly like, well, she wasn't trying to kill him, but she's constantly being so hostile to him, and I'm like, you're coming to him for help. So I mean, I always have to struggle, like, she doesn't have to be nice to Negan, but in this situation I'm like, yeah, you went to him yourself. So I get that she's being hostile to him, but yeah, I don't know, it felt kind of weird because I thought she kind of was over that. But at the same time, when she was sleeping, we saw that she was still having the nightmares from how it happened. Of course, I mean, it's been a long time, but don't think you ever get over something like that. So of course she's super traumatized, so I get that she can't really like put this behind her. But yeah, it makes for a really interesting dynamic overall. Yeah, I'm curious about the bad guys who caught Herschel. They seem like big psychopaths to me. Because, I mean, we also saw this other man, they just like cut him everywhere and all, and because I think they're torturing him for information. And now they kidnapped the child, and he was already like holding the knife to his leg, so yeah, I'm interested to find out more about them. But yeah, then I think this was my reaction to the first episode. Let me know what you thought of it. I'm very excited for the rest, and like I said, you can get a few days early access for the other episodes on my Patreon, and you can watch my full reaction there, so check it out. And if you like my reaction, then please leave a like, subscribe, and then I really hope to see you next week. Bye!